I want to address a cheap local Tombo bar. You know Tombo? You know, we have bar, we have wine bar, and we have Tombo bar. There is a kind of gossip going around. Tombo gossip. You know the one you have in the village bar, where they eat oil bean seed or what with Unkobi. You know Tombo. You know when you go to wine bar, you drink wine, you drink cocktails, you're well dressed and all the rest of it. When you go to Tombo, you can be coming from maybe harvesting angara in the farm. You come in and you branch into Tombo bar. You want to drink a bottle of palm wine with Oba. You know the type of gossip you hear there is different from the one you hear in high-end exclusive wine bars. You know that very well. DSS has descended to what I call village Tombo gossip. I woke up this morning to some ridiculousness. I think they're peddling it from yesterday. That somehow there are not going to be any church services on the 30th. If we don't go to church, if we don't go to the temples and the synagogue to pray for the safe repose of the souls of those that have died, where are we supposed to do it? Every church that very day in Biafran land on the 30th is going to pray for the souls of our dear departed, including the very gallant Iponso. You don't understand that? That's what's going to happen. Nobody's going to ban any church services. Nobody has the right to. Because you cannot, nobody can interfere with the faith and worship of people. You understand it? That is number one. And number two, I also read this morning, of course it's DSS, because I came out to defend them back. They have to look for a way to try and strike back. You know the way they behave, as idiotic as they are, you know how they behave. They say that when Biafra comes, every Catholic church, every Anglican church will be converted to a synagogue or a Judaic temple. These people are fools. They are so useless. I have said it time and time again on this platform and in every other place where I have been interrogated on this issue of religion. And allow me to clarify this morning, and with which I think that some of you that actually know me will understand that I cannot say such a thing. To start with, that is the Fulani in their desperation to bring their age-long divide and rule. No, that's what they do best. To see can we put enmity between them? Let us try and lie about Nnamdi Kanu to see if they will hate him and stop following him. The same thing they did to the people so-called South. The same thing they did to those of them who foolishly refer to themselves as Niger Delta. The same thing they tried to do between Anambra and Imo when the East was there. The same division they brought between Ikwere, that is Igbo, and the Igbo land itself. The same thing they tried to do with the likes of the great harlot herself in Abuja, Loreto Nochie, and Neoma, and also Igbo land. The same thing they tried to do with us and the Igbo people who are in Cross River State. The same thing they try to do between us and the Igbo people who are in Akwa Ibom. The same thing they try to do between us and the Igbo people who are in Kogi State. They have come again now with church. Because they know that some of us are very foolish and very stupid. When it comes to religion, all our senses, all our thinking faculty goes to the dustbin. Allow me to reiterate very categorically and unequivocally this very morning that in the land of Biafra, if you want to worship one area of a chief, you know, picking of chicken, let me put it that way, you are free to do so. You can worship because nobody can interfere with your mode of who you worship. That is why in the greatest religion of all time, which is Biafran religion, a modern interpretation of which is Judaism, they do not do preaching, they don't go on evangelism. Because it is between you and your God. Anything your conscience tells you, no, is what you're going to do. And nobody can interfere. That is why in our land, in times gone by, in various communities or villages, depending on their, should I say, on their disposition, they choose to worship whatever deity they want. is not your business. Have you ever heard in times gone by that people from Ibeku can maybe go to a place like isn't it Hidembisa and tell them that Agraba Agala, you know, the Chokonese, they are the local deity, that they shouldn't worship it anymore? Have you heard of that before? Because nobody can interfere or come between you and your God. That is why every great religion, in fact, the greatest religion you have is Biafran religion. You don't go about trying to convert people. No, you don't. It is between that person and his God. That is why anything you want to worship now, until Biafra comes and beyond, you are free to do so. Nobody is going to interfere with church services. Never, not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Nobody can even stop you from going to native doctor. If that is what you want to do, that is entirely your business. Nobody can. So we must put to bed all this stupid, wishy-washy, idiotic propaganda by DSS of the zoo. That's all they specialize in. Bandits are ravaging their villages, making their life a misery. All they can do is to sit down somewhere and gossip about something they know nothing about. There will be church services on the 30th. People that want to go to church, they are free to do so. If they want to, but every church must pray to Elohim in heaven for the safe repose of the souls of those that died in the Holocaust. That was the Biafran War, and ever since, up until this very day.